So I see you before the game, you're kind of in the zone. You got the big spaceship headphones on. What do you got on that iPod?
You know, a lot of, hip hop and R&B. You know, I listen to some Keller sometimes. And, you know, mostly, I listen mostly to Drake before the game.
Favorite Drake song?
I'm Still Fly.
All right, you heard it, man. Let's cue it up. For that all started?
I was 5 years old. I joined my first team in the basketball league. My first game I didn't score a point, and my team didn't win one game the whole season.
Who was somebody that you looked up to, you know, not outside of basketball, but in life in general when you're trying to mature as a kid?
Definitely my dad. You know, he's on his own since 15 years old. You know, grew up in Chicago, Illinois. You know, so he has a lot of life lessons and wisdom that he gives me, and you know, I like that the most.
All right, Dee, so you played one season at North, freshman year, and transferred to South in 2008, your sophomore year, and all of a sudden you become a part of probably one of the most magical high school basketball seasons of all time. What do you remember from that 26-0 state championship team? You know, you're the MVP of the state tournament as a sophomore. What do you remember most from that season?
What I remember most was just, having fun with the guys. It was the senior year, so, I wanted to make the best as I could for them and have fun doing it. And I did. That was the most fun part of it.
I remember watching the replay, and for a young guy, you seem so confident. Describe some of the emotions that you're feeling playing for all the marbles for a undefeated season on the line and the first state championship for J.R. Holmes.
I mean, that's what every high school basketball player wants or should want. To be in that position, and I had confidence in myself and in my team that we could get it done. So I wasn't trying to give up that chance I had.
You got the chance to play for probably one of the most legendary coaches in the history of Indiana high school basketball, and J.R. Holmes just recently picked up his 500th victory at Bloomington South. What are some of the things he's taught you, not only as a basketball player, but as a person?
Just to be patient. Definitely dealing with us. We don't give him a lot of time to, deal with us like we should because we're so ignorant. But, definitely patience, understanding.
Last season, you guys started out 23-0. You seem invincible almost. Out of those 23 games, none of them were really even close. And then March 13th rolls around, regional finals against Jeffersonville, and you even dominated the larger portion of that game. You're up 12 points, I think, in the fourth quarter. And then Jeff ends the game on a 17-3 run. What do you think happened that night?
I think we just, we lost focus. Jeffersonville had a lot of intensity coming in the fourth quarter, and I don't think we were ready for it. But, you can't blame them for wanting to win the regional championship. We've done it. Everybody wanted to knock us off for the last 2 years to that time. So, congrats to them on what they did and achieved, but, we just moved on.
How do you think that game motivated the seniors returning, like you and Joey and Spencer and the other guys for this season?
Oh, definitely motivation. It's like, because we've been on the winning streak for so long, it wasn't like we had the feeling of loss, so now we know what it felt like. It's like a fresh new start for us. So we took that and took advantage of what we could, and we came out so far so we can see.
How important do you think those close games that you've played this year are as opposed to last season where, going up to that Jeff game, you really hadn't even played a close game?
Oh yeah, it's definitely, helped me personally. Now this year I'm more relaxed, I'm more calm about a lot of intense situations, and it's definitely helped me personally, I would say.
So 3 more games left in the regular season before you move to the state tournament. How do you feel like this year's South team compares to the last few when it comes to chances of winning the state title?
Well, any given day a team can beat another team. That's what I've always thought. So, my thoughts are that we can. If we can't, then so be it. We're going to play as hard as we can and hope for the best. You committed
as a sophomore to play at Xavier for Chris Mack, what were some of the things that you saw at Xavier that made you want to commit at a young age?
It's a guard-operated offense they have. You know, they like to push the ball, and I think I fit in really well with them at that squad. And you know, Xavier is a great place for me. I think it's going to be a well-rounded, you know, community and a lot of support from the fans, and that's what I like.
What do you think some of the advantages are to committing to a college early?
You know, you can relax, you know, a lot more than the usual person, I think. You know, it's a lot off your shoulders, you know, at a young age. So now you're just, you know, doing the work, you know, doing everything you need to do, you know, to be what you need to be when you get there.
I read that last summer you kind of wanted to take a little bit of a break from basketball, you know, step out of the gym for a little bit and enjoy being a high school senior, but you couldn't do it. Why do you think that is?
It's just because basketball has always been a part of my life, and you know, every day I have to do something involving basketball. You know, even if it's just shooting paper wads into a trash can or something like that. I'm always doing something like that. So, you know, that was just the calling, I guess, to play basketball.
4A state title, a perfect 26-0 season, MVP of the state tournament, looking for your third straight conference title, 29 straight conference victories, a 45-game home winning streak that's still active, and the second longest winning streak in the history of Indiana high school basketball. 5, 10, 20 years down the line, how do you want people to remember Dee Davis?
I'm just a hard-working kid, you know, that plays with his heart every night.
So when you're talking about Mr. Basketball for this season, the three names that keep on coming up is Marcus Teague, Cody Zeller, and yourself. Who do you think is the best basketball player in the state of Indiana?
Dee Davis Jr. for sure.